Hello guys, so how you guys doing? On a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on wherever it is you're watching me. So welcome to our evening broadcast. Now for the media setting, we Blessed Rise they do one interview with ESPN because now ESPN published the video. So when Rice going to talk about the Arsenal fans, say make them no judge am based on the 100 million plus fee we Arsenal take sign. I'm like, don't judge me on 100 million pounds Arsenal price tag. That was a plea. Rice, they beg all Arsenal fans. Say, I beg. Don't be say because of say Arsenal buy me for that kind of amount, we gonna use them judge me. But the sad facts be say we will judge you based on that fee because that is the way it is. Get look at Nicolas Pepe. We bought Nicolas Pepe for 72 million pounds. Nicolas Pepe no really worth that price because when you check him, he scored 22 goals for Lille and made 12 assists. That is why we signed him, which means he had like 34 goal contributions in a season in the French league. That is why Arsenal run go there and say, how much will this player will dribble everybody? Because at that time, I was actually happy we signed him because I check YouTube and waiting and see bust my brain. The guy they dribble like mad. So means I follow for people see praise and say, thank God the Arsenal don't sign confirmed person will dribble everybody. They can say 72 million pounds. Arsenal no waste time. They pay him. At the end of the day, it turned out to be a shit packer. So you now, if at the end of the day you don't turn out to be a shit packer, everybody's going to complain. We are going to judge you based on the money. Which one can judge you based on? You get some of the judge you based on 50 million. We actually paid 105 million. In fact, not just that we paid, we actually fought Man City to get you. So if you know what's good for you, make you play well. if me I deal with Declan Rice and someone advice, I'm gonna say, Baba, if you know what's good for you, you play well. But my own will say, if Declan Rice can play the way when they play for West Ham, like if you can do something like that, even if you don't do 100%, if you do 50% of that, for beginning, it gets. Then as we go, eventually we're not saying we get better. But if you can do something like that in the beginning, Arsenal fans don't go too worried. And don't be say players will carry you around from middle of the park when they bypass you anyhow. No. We will complain. So we know what they do, understand what the coach they do. Now, Rice also, because that interview long, so Babaka they talk plenty things. Babaka they also talk, say, apart from judging me with 100 million pounds, don't judge me after 2 to 3 weeks. Don't be so then they do something. So make una calm down, make I understand how Arsenal they work. Because if you're in West Ham now, he don't understand in positional play, he understands where to be at, everybody trusts him, he's not under pressure at Arsenal because they know they fight for title. They are not fighting to win Europa League. Now just look say they win UEFA Europa Conference League because we watch that final go on Fiorentina outplay them. Amrabat go on scatter the Declan Rice on that day, but God just saying at their own they can't win them because so at the end of the day, Babasemo will just get patience with them. But the truth is, this season we will enter now. We are trying to become title contender. Like from the beginning of the season, we let everybody know say, "Oh man, I want to one win be this." So everybody should be on their toes. Okay? So if you do any, I don't think our patience is that long, like 3 weeks. Oh my God, from the first week, we want to see our money make it they work again. We paid 105 million. I want to see how the money they run things, make the money they tackle people, make the collect body intercept to get all those statistics. I was reading now. I think it was from Squawker. Again, I'll be Opta, either Opta or Squawker. All those statistics, he had the most interception, he has the most kinikon, he has this one. We won't see all those things. We won't see them for Arsenal shirts. That is why we bought you. So all this one, they try to give us excuse in advance. I don't buy that idea. So me, I don't subscribe to the line of thought say, Moku no Georgia based on the money. And Baba also come to talk another thing with me. I can't resonate with. So come talk say. You don't do for Arsenal now for the training sessions. Like you don't watch the way Arteta they deliver in commands, the way Arteta they talk to the boys. You get the philosophy, in style of play. Say it is crazy because I'm seeing football in a different dimension. Like Baba talk say, you would think you know football until you meet at Mikel. Now in words, in quotes, that's how they talk about. You think you know football, like. I've been at West Ham for a very, very long time. Under different managers, understand the tactics, and I can fairly say I understand football. But until you meet me here, go say you know nothing. Now what in the talk say in the see football now in a different way because you don't say the way Arteta they run things. I think that you think outside the box, under the box, beyond the box, over the box. Now the way Arteta they think to bring in vision like. You have to see things, they visualize things, you get. You can't stay on the same level with them to understand what they try let you know. Like what the guy they talk, say, if they're there for the dressing room, I think I will tell them, say, the opposition is going to come like this, come like this. So when they come like this, you do like this. When they come like this, you do like this. That's why they have plan A1, plan A2, plan A3. And as Ateta, they prepare them. That's so they happen at the end of the day. They kind of visionary, they see, you get. So for that reason, people like Rice, now they talk, say, last, what is when they talk, say, the way that they train for West Ham and everything, it did different from how Ateta they set up. The underlining message for here is that he's now like an academy boy, because all the one where they don't teach him from West Ham, we don't open his head, we don't come out, we don't throw inside gutter. So now we put new one inside in brain now. So no can know they quick to judge him. Now what's in the beg. Someone just get patience. At the end of the day, everything will go well. Guess what? Arsenal fans, me I don't say we know they really get patient, but I just have this feeling, say Rice go do okay, go do okay. Me I don't get any fear. Now at the same time, ahead of the match where Arsenal will play against Barcelona, so I think I can come back about the media setting where they ask him about the physicality of a newly found midfield. Now we're talking about a midfield of Kai Havertz, a midfield of Declan Rice, and a midfield of Odegaard, because this is likely going to be our first 11 midfield. You get. Nobody say we don't know how Ateta will do, but there are so many speculations, and from all indications, all signs and symbols, I can beat my chest and tell you, say, this is going to be our first 11 midfield. Now, they call it ask Ateta, say, this midfield, these three guys, what you want to use, do you think they have the needed physicality that you need to succeed in the EPL? Do you think they have it? So, Baba, when they explain, when they defend these midfield guys, what they explain, say, they have the physical attributes we need to succeed. You guys say, they are my choice. Now, if they cast our mind back, they say 1 year ago, would you have believed that Granit Xhaka could play attacking midfield? Granit Xhaka was given the responsibility of defending and protecting the back four, which was why they get 2 yellow card, red card, the late tackle, red card. But since when Ateta, in his wisdom, he gets, can say, okay, let us change your position. Granit Xhaka no come collect foul again. You can't change to the 3-2-4-1 formation. You can't follow people with the bomb, the opposition net get, can't score goals at plenty. What does say? If they tell you, say 1 year ago, Xhaka go fit play that role, you go believe? No, you will not believe. So the same way they tell us, make you not get patience with this guy Havertz. Now me the coach him, he gets no be Chelsea in day again. Now ask that. So make we just get patience. Say he will transform this people. And for him, when they talk about physicality, physicality is not just about physical strength. Running is involved, height is involved, because all these things then they make somebody do physical. You can give example, say Xhaka is 1.8 something. And don't forget the actual figure. Like the point is Havertz is actually taller than Xhaka. So that in height alone, now another physical attributes. When it feels so we suffer from in the past, we didn't have it. Which is why if I cast your mind back, was it yesterday? I believe for yesterday, the way after they talk, say this height now, like this, there's physicality where we don't get now by signing Rice, where we no get before. And for me, when I saw that statement, where after I make, I felt it was like an attack to people like Granit Xhaka and people like Thomas Partey, because if you have a Thomas Partey and you have a Granit Xhaka who would think are physical, who would think are very, very good in the middle of it, and the coach is coming out and saying, this new player who we sign is going to give us physicality that we did not have in the past, not just in the past, for so long. What does that mean? Or what does that imply? It means we never had physicality at all. You get? So me, I just add 1 + 1 = 2. You get? So that is what it is. So at the end of the day, now when match starts, when league starts, we will see how everything will be. I know a lot of Arsenal fans are complaining of this combination of Kai Havertz, Rice, and Odegaard, saying it will make sense. But at the end of the day, we are all in the realm of speculation. All of us just a guess. Now when match starts, if the thing go according to plan, we will give them the much needed accolades. But if the thing don't go according to plan, now we say we go complain and say, Baba, you know do well, you're not supposed to be like that. So that's go be now. Away from this Rice, Ateta, midfield matter, Gabriel Jesus come outside for his own media setting. When they explain, say the reason why make us lose the league last season, now just because Man City understood how to like withstand pressure, how to play under pressure more than Arsenal. Say for him, now that seem be the only reason why him see say now make Man City win the league. But for me, I would say that's not actually, in my own way of looking at it. I don't know your own way. You can let me know in the comment section. But in my own way, I think the reason we didn't win the league is because a lot of our players lost form and we didn't have anybody on the bench to come and replace them. The names plenty. Saka lost form, Saka no dey game. Partey lost form, Partey no dey game. You get so, and Saliba injury contributed. So when you look at all these things, and these are major, these are key players, these are major roles. Imagine say now this lineup we'll get now we get last season. We can easily remove Partey. So okay, but if you remember, at the point, Ateta was preferring Jorginho to Partey now because Partey lost form. So imagine we had a declaration and say, okay, Partey for don't rest early because he was playing for don't rest. We say okay, Rice enter, go play. Yes, Tomiyasu get injury, maybe Saliba get injury. Simba, White play for Saliba. Simba, enter. You know all those things for continue. The quality could have been there, not putting a Rob Holding to come and replace Saliba. You know, these are the things me I see as the things will affect us last season. But in the see, I'm saying now pressure, no reason injury or anything. In the no reason form. So in the reason pressure. So I don't know what to do the reason. So let me know in the comment section. Now away from that, so we're going to say Liverpool. They're preparing a second bid to go and offer for Romeo Lavia. So now Fabrizio Romano they talk. Now the news on the streets is the fact that Thomas Partey's decision to remain at Arsenal now make Arsenal no can go back for Lavia. Like Arsenal don't forget the guy because initially we were thinking if Partey go Saudi Arabia, then we'll come sign Lavia to come replace him. But since it's looking like Partey is not going anywhere, so I don't think Arsenal have any genuine reason to go and sign a player and come and kill his career by putting him on the bench and not playing him. Now we have don't forget that we still have El Neni. If so we will sell El Neni 7 we go carry this boy come. Because now we have a Rice, and we have a Partey, and we have a Jorginho, and we still have an El Neni, and these 4 players are fit, get ready to play. So El Neni is the first name in the pecking order of defensive midfielders. So now so it just be so. That is why, from the look of things, Liverpool are going to be getting Lavia because they don't offer £37 million. Southampton reject them, so they're coming back for a revised offer of £45 million from what I'm hearing. So we'll just watch as everything goes. So my dear Arsenal lovers, the headline news to say now say Rice, the beggars Arsenal fans, don't judge me based on the £100 million Arsenal price tag. May I get patience, and don't also judge me in 2 to 3 weeks. Get patience, I will deliver. And Babako the talk say it is time for Arsenal to win the league. So we'll just watch how everything goes. So my dear Arsenal lovers, this is actually the evening news. So it's like come your way tomorrow. All right, guys, that game out.